Learning an instrument is one of the best things kids can do, especially when they're young. But learning guitar is not easy. Piano is pretty easy. You just press a button, it makes a sound. But for guitar, it requires technique. So today we're going to look at a great learning tool for budding guitarists. It's called the Jamstik. And you can see it's a very small, almost like a miniaturized guitar, and it really gives you a good learning tool to basically get the technique down for guitar playing before you start to graduate to a standard size guitar. Now what I like about the Jamstik is, one, it is small, it's very portable, and it's completely wireless. It works in conjunction with a corresponding app on, say, an iOS device like an iPad, and it uses Bluetooth technology to basically send signals to a device. Now what I really like about the Jamstik, compared to other learning tools, is it uses real guitar strings. This actually feels like real guitar strings that you would have on an electric guitar. From there, it is a miniaturized version, so you only get a certain amount of frets to learn, but you can get a lot of different chords. So let me just give you an example. And the way it works is, like I mentioned, with an app. So I'm just going to load up a series of apps that it has. The first one is the Jamstik app. From here, you can see a representation of the guitar right there. If you press certain keys, like on a chord, and play, you're going to be able to see it. And this is a great way to kind of get your finger structure down when you're learning certain chords. Now, if you're an actual guitarist, one thing you're going to notice is that it's kind of uncomfortable to play because you're so used to having a long neck that for most people, especially people that have been playing guitar for a long time, they're going to have a little bit of trouble. But for kids, I think this is an excellent learning tool to basically get that technique down. Now, the cool thing about this Jamstik app, as I mentioned, is you can see it, but you could also change different sounds. Say, for example, I want to play a sitar. Normally, that's a really, really big instrument, but here I can still get those kind of sounds. Or say you want a banjo. You can just flip it over here and get that kind of sound. Now, on the top, you have the ability to change octaves. Because of a small neck, you're going to want to change it. So if I want to, say, I start right here, and just press down over here to, and that's basically moving the structure of the fret around. Now, the cool thing about the Jamstik is it is a great learning tool, as I mentioned earlier, and you have an app called the Jam Tutor. From here, you get basically guitar lessons. Stuff you would normally have to pay a lot for, you can actually use it here. And everything starts from just basic chord structures to single notes, your first chords. And then once you get this all done, you can graduate to Jam Tutor number 2 to learn even more chords. Once that's all done, you can go right into the jam mix and actually play with songs. So if you're a kid and you just want to get your technique down and then start jamming, you can do everything with the Jamstik and the Jam Mix app. So if you're a parent out there, you have a little one that wants to be the next Jimi Hendrix, you can actually teach them without giving them lessons by using the Jamstik. Check it out.